Hello my friends, as many of you are probably aware, as you've seen some of my recent videos, I've been partnering with the Hallway AppGallery to try and get some players some extra discounts in the game through the Hallway AppGallery. Please remember there's a number of benefits from there, and we'll show that in a minute here. But I found that one of the biggest questions I had last month that people had problems with was, okay, so it's designed for Android. If I don't have an Android device, if I say have an iPhone, how can I take advantage of this? What do I do? And so we're going to go over some things here. For those who are familiar with like Bluestacks, you can use something on the PC to help you still take advantage of this promotion. So we're going to go into that and talk about the highlights here. So let's go ahead and let's hop into it and see if we can't demystify some of this information for you all. All right, so here we are in, I decided not to pull up the game here, but I'm on the Bluestacks.com website where you can actually start. Just a reminder to everyone about the promotion, and I'm going to put some details once again in the description down below. You may have to hit the more or show more button to see this, but remember we've got this right here. the ongoing promotion, it is now extended. We had it for a month, but it's been extended another month, so that is great to hear. Great news. The current period is from the April 14th to the 15th of May, so you can take advantage of that this month and even the beginning of next month. Hoping they'll keep continuing it because I think some players are getting some good value out of it. Yeah, it's going to go through 15th of May at least, so we'll keep our eyes on that. And remember, any purchases there's also some coupons, which I'll have some links in the description down below that you can use. But remember, for every purchase, you get 20% back in your purchases, which I think is pretty cool for you all. So the basics of what we're looking at doing here really is that, once again, for those players who have, say, an iPhone and can't take advantage of this, this is one way that you can still take advantage of it if you don't have an Android device. So I know some players actually use Bluestacks on a regular basis to play the game. But essentially what we're going to do is 4 different things. We're going to download and install Bluestacks. We're going to download and install the AppGallery in Bluestacks. We're going to download Star Trek Fleet Command, and then we're going to link our Scopely account. So I'm going to include some of these details in a video, and then I'm going to have one video that covers everything step by step. The longer video here, I'm going to kind of chop up when I add it to a different video for those who just want the bullet pointed information. So let's go ahead and pull that up, and we'll start looking at that here. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to download and install Bluestacks. So that's what we're going to do here. Let me get rid of my camera actually, because sometimes I forget and that gets in the way. There we go. Okay, so I've got it downloaded. So install now. Yes, let's go ahead and do that. I agree. Okay, so now we are in Bluestacks. We've got this installed. Minimize the background so we don't have to see any of that getting in the way. There we go. Okay, we're maximized with Bluestacks. Okay, so let's go ahead and download Chrome. We're going to need that apparently here to get that Hallway AppGallery installed. So let's go and install Google Chrome here. Now that we've got Google Chrome opened, we want to download the AppGallery. So let's go ahead and search for it. So the Hallway AppGallery, this should be what we want right here. So let's go ahead and click on the download button. Okay, let's go ahead and click on open here. Do you want to install this application? Let's go ahead and install. App installed. Okay, we're good to go. Install HMS Core. Let's go ahead and install that. All right, now that we're logged into the app gallery, for me, it's showing a new version. I'll go ahead and I'll update that. Receive notifications. You want to install an update? Install, yes. One thing that you may have to do that I have already done, because I've already gone through the process of registering my Huawei ID and everything, is you have to go through the registration process, enter your information, and choose your region. One of the most important things here, and remember, and I'll put a link in or some information in the description down below, but remember there's specific regions, and maybe I can put it on the screen here, but there's specific regions that are going to be applicable here for this promotion in the European countries. And so you just have to pick one of those that applies. So make sure you do that when you are installing your app gallery and going through this process here. Okay. So next thing we're going to want to do is we want to install the Star Trek game, right? Star Trek Fleet Command. So if I search Star Trek, it should come up at the top there. We'll go ahead and click on install. Yep, we'll go ahead and click on the install button again right there. And then we will click on open. And let's go ahead and log in. And then it's going to pull up Star Trek Fleet Command. We're playing this through the Bluestacks once again. So we should be able to go in there and verify everything. So here, we're just using the Google login. So I'll go ahead and log in here. Continue to play, go ahead and I agree. And then I think with Bluestacks, we actually have to get through the intro part here. Let's see if this will let me just kind of click through all this. All right, finally got through some of like the intro screens there. So, you know, only took me about 5 minutes to get through kind of the beginning part right there. So we go ahead and let's click on the profile picture there. Officer Seg, whatever, that's not my in-game name, but we don't care at this moment. So let's go ahead and let's click on settings. Let's go into general, and then let's go sign in with Scopely ID. Okay, so here I have logged into my Scopely ID, Grand Admiral Hunter, as you all know and love me as, and green, so it matches right with the green button here. So I'll go ahead and click on load save game. Login successful, the game will now restart. Thank you very much. But that's how you install it, and then you go in and you can make your purchases just like normal. You're gonna use coupons when you get to the purchase screen, or you may have you know, whatever. But when you get to the end there, you're gonna be able to claim your Huawei points at 20% back on whatever you spent. So in a nutshell, this is it, Commanders. This is basically the process of how you are going to be able to log in to get the credit for the different things there in the in Bluestacks. So it's not too bad. It does take a little bit of time, a little bit of setup, but you can, even though you may not you know, you may not have an Android device, but you're still going to be able to take advantage of it by downloading a simulator like Bluestacks and installing it, just installing it like we've done here on the screen. So hopefully this is helpful, but in summary, for those who didn't want to sit through the whole thing, you just go in and you're going to install Bluestacks. You're going to go in, you're going to install the app gallery, and then you're going to install and make sure your settings with the correct region in there, right? But then you're going to install Star Trek Fleet Command, and then you should be up and running, be ready to rock and roll. So that's the video. That's this portion of the promotion for today. Hopefully this is helpful, and hopefully you all are getting some good benefit from getting that 20% back or what have you through the Huawei app gallery. Thanks so much.